I am 5 minutes late. But I just got home not too long ago, and then I had to get myself a cup of tea. I got ready, and yeah, and it took me that long. I am sorry that I'm late. I got a ride home, and nicely enough a ride to work. But so I was late to work and then asked to work until 7 because somebody else called out, and so I was like, okay. And I got a ride home. But tomorrow I'm not going to get a ride home, and possibly having to ride, well, not ride, but walk home and to work. And I'm asked to stay a little later tomorrow too, and I get Saturday off. So I get Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. It's good because I have an appointment on Monday that it's actually another like job interview because okay, I get EBT and everything, but it's not enough to sustain me for the month, if that makes any sense. And it's not like I'm getting like, okay, maybe I did get one junk food this time because I'd never tried macaroons and I wanted to try them. They were like flipping $17 for like a little box of these little mini things, but they were amazing. But anyways, other than that, I don't get junk food. Not really. It's mostly meat if I can get it, and some veggies and some staple foods like either potatoes, flipping butternut squash. Well, no, it wasn't butternut, it was spaghetti squash this time. Oh yeah, I'm in a cavern looking for dripstone. Let me just eat this. Gotta get my health back up. So, rice, getting some noodles, and like meat. That's pretty much it. Sometimes, occasionally, I'll get a side that I can like split up between like the 5 meals, and then I'll be like, yeah, some variety. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then like I get milk. Occasionally I get cereal when I can. And because I gotta have a breakfast food, a quick breakfast food that I can eat and then head out the door with. But anyways, the place I work in has cut hours drastically, and I'm going to need another job. So I have another interview. I have an interview with somebody that doesn't live out of the city that I'm in, but it's a good like maybe 2-hour walk, maybe 2.5-hour walk. So I gotta walk down there around 10-ish to get there by 12:30 because that's when the interview is. I don't know how much I'm gonna get paid. It's on a farm. It's the farm that I walk by. Because the owner picked me up for the second time and he's like, you really walk this when the weather's bad. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I saw you the other day, and then I saw you again, and then I saw you again. And I was like, well, I really do appreciate the ride. And he was like, I didn't have the heart to let you sit there and walk through the snow like that. And I was like, okay. And he was like, do you go to school or anything? And I'm like, well, I was like, I'm kind of self-teaching myself how to code when I do have hours that I can do this, But Damn. This is gonna be bad. Hold on a second. Holy dude. That didn't help. That didn't help at all. Okay. You need to go. Look. Damn, someone has a shovel. Okay, so... Okay, they started something with each other. Okay. Okay, that's promising. Green normally means one of these, and I could possibly find dripstone in this location. Maybe even an axolotl too. Okay. Dripstone. Hello, dripstone. Oh, I'm digging up. I'm gonna flip that. Anything else? Wait, I just saw something drip. Wasn't allowed to dripstone. Okay. It's definitely not a dripstone either. I got so excited for a second, I was like, ooh, just cut the roots. So... Oh yeah, I am totally lost right now. I have no idea where my base is or anything. But I'm going to dig up like some crazy person. Because I need to find dripstone and I can find my base better. By just digging straight up and then oh, you punk. He has a carrot on him? Oh, it's the first time picking up a carrot, huh? Okay. I don't know whether I go down or continue to explore this way. My sleepy time tea smells so damn good. I definitely need to take a shower before I go to bed tonight. Oh, flip! Okay, so what happened at work today? So we were supposed to get a visit from somebody's boss. Okay, so I think a regional manager. Okay, so it went kind of well. That is not a dripstone. So sad. I'll make this flipper come to me. But anyways, he seemed really nice. The other manager seemed kind of worried and a bit tense and everything, and But like, yeah, he seemed like a pretty, like, his boss seemed like a pretty down to earth kind of person, and he was polite and courteous and everything. He asked how the people were down here. So I guess like I was like they're actually really really polite and like nice. And he was like, you know, people in the store nice, and I was like, yeah, relatively nice, yeah. And he was like, how about the customers? And I was like, yeah, it's really it's really nice. I mean, like, they're really nice and polite too. And he was like, ooh. And I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, it's kind of hard to find some polite people now and again. And he was like, well, you know, he's like, well, he's like, what's your happiest, what are you happiest with in the store? And I was like, I had said, I was like, well, I'm happy with my customer service. Because he asked me what I did in the store, and I was like, I'm all over. And he was like, oh, he was like, you know, it's like even in print. And I was like, well, I do the pickups. I was like, I can't do any of the other stuff because I had only been there for a couple months, you know, since December. And he had, oh flip. I am not looking at him. I need to find somewhere that I can, like, hide for a minute. Okay, this looks kind of interesting. And, but anyways, I'm gonna sit here and eat and let my health come back a little bit. But, so, yeah, and he asked me what I was happy with, about the store, and I took a minute, and I was like, you know, I don't know, and I was like, you know, I don't really know, and I was like, well, I was like, I am, he was like, what are you proud of? And I was like, my customer service. And he was like, oh, he's like, okay. He was like, well, that's good, that's something good to be proud of. And I was like, because I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed, but I know that they haven't had anybody to do the mods. Because whenever he was asking what I did at the store and everything, and I was like, I'm all over the place, and he's like, well, what's the last thing that you've done that you were happy with? And I was like, because after my customer service, and I was like, oh, I've been doing some mods, and he was like, I was like, oh, planograms. I was like, Yins called them planograms, and he was like, Yins, and I was like, you know, and he was like, so. He was like, well, it's the same thing. He was like, where did you used to work? And I was like, well, I used to work, you know, Walmart back in the day, and they would call them mods. And he was like, oh, he's like, well, that is kind of the same. He's like, we called them pogs. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm trying to get used to the terminology. But I was like, I've been doing a few of those, and I was like, I'm happy with my work. I was like, things are going where they should. And he was like, well, that's great. And I was like, yep. Because, like, dude, I feel as though they keep asking me to do the returns because nobody wants to do them. And I won't stop doing those damn returns unless I'm called back to, you know, do something else. Or I find every little bit of it. I mean, like, it will get to the point where the returns are like an overflowing cart. And that's how, like, bad some people are like, oh, I want this, and then they're like at the checkout, no, I don't want that. So some of the prices have been off because there are some mods that need to be done, and so price matching and everything. So that's a thing at the store. And I got another mod done today, and it was what is that called? The gaming mod. It was like 5 sections, and one section was fully like cards, the other section was game chairs, right? And then like you can only put 2 game chairs there, but it was there. And then there was the PlayStation section, the Xbox section, and the Wii section. So I got a little inside review on like what new games are coming. They have to place them out there. Well, they have to make a nice little picture of it and then put it in a lockbox so that it stands up. And yeah, because if people want a video game, they can't take the video game. They have to take this like kind of lockbox slip that was laminated to the register, and then a manager has to go into lockup and pull it out. Like most of the main like purchase, like main money purchased order kind of things, it's like anything like above $100 is pretty much in lockup. I mean, there are some things that are not, but they have like security tags on them, spider wrap, or they're in little alpha boxes. That's what they call these little lockup devices. But yeah, it's fun. Holy no. Holy no. Holy no. No, 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 no. And I missed. I'm freaking... Okay. Ding dong, the witch is dead, the wicked witch is wicked. Sorry. Is that... No, that's not one. But I do have a creeper coming up on me. I think this one. Thou shalt not pass. So, while I'm eyeing this stuff. Okay, that's root. Not Groot, root. That's root stuff. It's not dripstone. Yeah, he's angry. So, but yeah, I was told give it like a week or 2 and whatnot, that I might see a side of that person that, like, because he was nice to everybody. I mean, dude. And he even said that I did very well. I was like the only associate working that day. And I was going back and forth, and I built a chair while they were there. I was doing shipping. I was doing the cashier. I was helping customers. I'm sorry, I thought that little block floating there was like a little zombie. Okay, that looks like it's something dripping. No, it's just the petals. Flip. I got excited for a second. I was like, I just need to follow that drip. So, I mean, I'm thinking that it might be over that way, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna try up here. Okay, I can see a little further up. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I was like, I couldn't register that. I was like, what the hell is that? So, things are still spawning in. But yeah, and like this other person that everybody keeps saying that, you know, he can be really mean. He's never been mean to me. I was like, dude. I mean, I haven't done anything like stupid or like. I think his motivator is to kind of, I don't want to say threaten people, but it is kind of like that. I mean, like, I come off like spunky and what is that called? Sassy, I guess. So when these three higher ups came to visit, I didn't let it bother me. I was just like, dude, they're just three people. Yeah, they have titles and whatnot that they can like get me fired and like a lickety spit. But I'm not gonna sit there and bow down and worship because, like, dude, I don't do that. I mean, I don't. Oh, I think I know where I am, honestly. I'm not super that far. Wait, I thought that was something else. Anyways, I'm not that far from my home base. I am, but I'm not. If that makes any sense. Look at him. So, but anyways, they were introducing themselves. Holy no, no. I need to go that way because I want to check that area out. Freaking out. Ah, you mother flippin'. No, you're gonna die. Sorry, anyways. Frack you. No. They're flipping healing themselves. Yeah. Don't have me. Ah! Saving this. Holy damn. Give me the clip. I'm coming back for my gear. I swear, if she touches this stuff. If she touches it. Alrighty, so. Alrighty, and then I need to get a little bit of something on. And a sword. Give me a second. I need the location. Oh, yeah, about the sassiness or whatnot. So, they had introduced themselves and they fast forward to the very end. Holy damn. Okay, and then location. Okay, so I don't have a. It's 258 negative 100. I'm not gonna remember that. I should have flippin' saved screenshot of that. Give me a second. I'm not thinking so well. So. Okay, this is where I died. Screenshot. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm good with it. Yeah, I'm going without food. That's not the right way. Okay, this. So, I introduced myself, and they asked something, and I said, they said something about how I was, so they said that they were this, and I was like, I'm this, and they're like, of course you are, and I was like, yep, since the day I was born, and this caused one of them to pause a little, and then they said like something about like how, yeah, they've been that since the day they were born too, and I was like, all right. So, and yeah, I thought that was funny though. I gotta get to negative, okay, and then 200 this way. So I'm not that far away, but I am. Alright, so I don't want to run because then, like, I'm more exposed. If that makes any sense. Like, right now, I wouldn't be able to heal, but let's try to get down there. Of course I wouldn't bring a mine, like a mining pickaxe thing. Why would I do that? Is there any water I can safely jump into? Maybe. No. Hold on. I might be able to make a bridge. Like a diving board. Oh, fuck. Okay. Hold on. Don't psych me out, dude. Don't. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Pickaxe. Needing pickaxe. Alrighty. Oh, damn, I don't have any wood. How could I? Ow! Alright, that's gonna be crazy. I think I have a pickaxe in here. No, hold on. Second. Just 1 second. There we go. There could be a piglin in there. Holy flip. So... Oh, but wood. I have flip. Yeah, thank you. Definitely need that. No food. Alright, pickaxe. I kinda need a sword. I'm gonna get a sword. Oh, it's only 2? Wait. Yeah, safety first of all. Not going out there at night, just with a helmet? What's wrong with you? Anyways, so... Okay, so... This... Yeah, okay, we're going the right way. Alright. And I forgot food again. It's no time. It's no time. So that means I can't run. So, negative 95. I'm gonna go to the hundreds. Nope, that's negatives. This way. Yeah, I said I wasn't gonna remember the flippin' thing, and I flippin' did. I don't remember going past that. Oh, because there's like jungles in there. Okay. That was like 200 and something. I'll find a big gaping hole. No worries. If only you could eat like this bamboo. I know people eat bamboo, but like this bamboo, not so much. Okay. Don't teach me. This method will work. It will work. Just a little bit. All of a sudden, like what are those things called? Jump out from nowhere. think one more. Nope, I guess not. Hold on. Well, that kind of worked. Wasn't as far. The witch not gonna be there. The witch is definitely not going to be there. Something else might though. Oh. I guess put some of this on so I feel more strong. More strong. You heard me. Alrighty, so put that there. I can eat this. I can drop that. Guess I can't eat that. Still didn't pick up that. Flip. Don't need that. Definitely don't need that. I can drop this. Whoops. Will you just let me drop that? Okay, so damn. Yeah. I lost my pickaxe and oh duh, I could have just put that on. Flip. Lost my pickaxe, my other metal one, and then got 2 helmets. I can fuse those together. I need to get somewhere safe. I'll see dripstones in here. Ah, why is it turning? I shouldn't have been. I don't know why it's turning. That upsets me. Is there a dripstone over that way? Is that why it keeps turning? That's a whole hell of a lot of lava. I don't feel comfortable going over that way. Oh, is that a mine? That looks like a mine. So, okay, I'm trying to think of something someone said was a little strange. Like, I was typing in something and they were like, click, 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 and I was like, yeah. I was like, or, you know, beep, beep, you know, that's most of what everything in technology does, either a click or a beep. And, like, she was sitting there, like, beeping with the, what is that called? She was putting in her rewards number, and she didn't comment on that, and I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, I thought we were, you know, conversing, but holy damn, that's, I can make it. Oh, flip. Okay, false alarm. Not a baddie. Okay. Sounds like he's getting close. Alright, I need to move my stuff around so that it's easier for me to decipher what the hell I need and what I don't need. I only have 4 arrows? What the fuck? It's very sad. Holy damn. Flip. I don't like that. Go away. Alright, so now what to pick up and what to move. I can go there. That's my emergency food, so I can't throw that down. Excuse me. But yeah. So well, see, the reason why you don't mess with sassy people is because they're not going to hold back when you get antsy and angry about certain things that like are beyond that person's control. They might just, you know, sit there and you know, remind you of certain things that are very evident, maybe. Just, I don't make fun of people, I really don't. I'm trying to think of how to describe this. Okay, so if a mean person approaches and just wants to be what people call a troll, like an internet troll or like a verbal troll, where they go about and they try to be as mean as possible and try to attack you emotionally. I grew up in a household where if you were not quick on the draw or trying to protect yourself in any flippin' way, you were gonna get walked over, abused, and or verbally abused, like decimated to the extreme. Like my thing, they always called me a dumb blonde. I know it's hard to. I'm a dirty blonde, so like in the light you'll see the gold shining, but other than that, it looks pretty like light brown. But I have red, gold, light brown, a bit blonde. Oh, I have some white in there too. Yeah, I'm hoping that like the gold will turn into silver, you know? But I got like a reddish copper going on too, so when the light hits it just right, you'll think I'm either a redhead or a strawberry blonde or something. But other than that, yeah, it looks pretty looks brown in the gonna have to come over this way. Like, I don't know if they're above me or below me or what. Oh, that one sounded really awesome, but that scared me. Like that scared me. It's like jump scare. Surprise. My buttons aren't working. Try to hit it once and then nothing happens, and then all of a sudden it's like double. Oh, hold on a second. Ah, flip you. I need this water. Trying to jump on me? What's wrong with you? Anyways. I get so lost in here, but I'm having a feeling that there's going to be a dripstone in this mine. How does it hit me like 2 blocks away? I don't like that. Of course. I feel like I'm being cheated out of my life. Holy frack. 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 Oh no, not behind me. They showed mercy. Thank you. Thank you. Sit in the corner and munch on my food. That was almost another having to run and go get my stuff again. So Yeah. Oh, I had to scan stuff like 4 to 5 times, which was crazy because, like, okay, so there's this price inquiry button. So I put it on for this person, and she was with these other people, and she wasn't quite, you could tell she was, a little off, and uh, like I told her the end price after I rung everything up, and she's like, no, she's like, how much was this? And then, like, um I had said that it was I think it wasn't 17, it was 7.99. And she's like, oh, I don't want that. And I was like, okay. She's like, well, she's like, Ma, she's like, it is, we can help you out with that. And I was like, oh no, it's okay. So I go to void it, and when I went to just void the line, it took everything off. So then I had to reach back into the shopping bag and scan stuff again, and they had to put in their number. And while I was scanning things in, she asked what something else was the price of, and I was like, okay. And so I put the price inquiry on, and I scanned it, and I told her how much it was, and she's like, oh no. She's like, I don't want that either. And I was like, okay. And then, like, I took off the price inquiry, and then I started scanning things again, but things weren't scanning. And I look back up, and I'm like, why is nothing popping up? And I was like, okay. And price inquiry was back on, and I'm like, what the flip? I was like, I know I took it off. And then I took it off again, and then I started scanning the same things that I started scanning. I got up to like 7 items again, and nothing was like popping up, because sometimes there's a little delay. Old system. Well, nothing popped up again. And I was like, I laughed, and I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, it's okay, it's all right. And she's like, is something wrong? And I was like, I don't know why, but the price inquiry just keeps popping up. And so I took it off, and I scanned 2 items, and then the price inquiry popped up again, and I'm like, what the hell is this? So it didn't scan like the 5 items I put up there. So then there's like just like 4 items on there, and there's like the rest of the shopping bag. And I'm like, okay, all right, we're going to do it this way. Scan, look, scan, look. So I did this 4 more times until it started, like, scan, pop, scan, pop, scan, pop. And I was like, all right, so far we haven't got kicked off into price inquiry yet. And they were like, she's like, did that whole, like, the void thing, mess it up? And I was like, no. I was like, I think I might have accidentally messed up the first time. But I was like, this price inquiry thing is kind of getting on my nerves. And and she had, like, thanked me and everything, like, the daughter of the mother was like, thank you so much. And I was like, yeah. I was like, this is the 3rd time she was actually in line, the daughter of the mother. And she was in line with her husband, and she had to return something that she didn't have a receipt for, and I helped her with that. And then her husband got a printer and everything on a separate purchase and everything. And then she came back through again, and she's like, oh, you're probably sick of seeing me by now. And I was like, no. I was like, welcome back. And like, she giggled about that and everything. But then that whole situation happened, and it was just like, why? And oh, towards the beginning of my day, dude, I'm consolidating boxes, okay? Because like only like two of them needed to be consolidated. It was fine. And wow, something's killing itself out there. But I got these boxes down, and then a customer comes up, and I mean it was like between customers that I got these boxes down, and oh, I broke a nail too. You see that? It bent back too. It hurt. But I did that while I was fixing putting a screw on the thing, and then like I had to hurry up and like put everything back, and like it busted like halfway, and then when I went to like go to the shipping, it caught on the box and bended the rest of the way, and I was like, all right, I was like, I gotta rip this off before like I hurt myself even more. And so anyways, that was after the incident that I'm about to talk about. So this customer, he had a UPS store QR code, and we can't access those QR codes because we can't access their database. We're only a drop-off location. We're not the actual UPS store. And I tried to explain that to him, and he's like, well, where the hell? Well, he said, where the F is the a UPS store? And I explained that it was in this town or that town. And from what I heard from locals, it is up out of the way, just way out of the way. It's like over 100 miles and blah blah blah. So most customers get, you know, a little angry, agitated, and I'm sitting there going, but if you start the return process again, and we can print you out a label. You just have to hit the label option, or go after the Staples QR code, and then we can access that one. And he was like, I don't have ever time for that, blah blah blah. And he was like, so there's nothing you can do. I was like, well, if you restart the return process over again. And this guy behind him is just sitting there, being patient and everything. And so I was like, I'm being patient. I was being calm, and I was being apologetic, and I was like, I was like, well, if you restart I had to tell this person 4 times about this second option. And he was like, this isn't right. I shouldn't have to go all the way to blah, blah, blah. He was like, he didn't hear this other option that I had mentioned 3 times prior. And then I was on the 4th time, and he was like, I don't have even time for that. And he was like, there's nothing you can do. And I'm just like, this is going to keep repeating. This is continuously going to keep repeating, and he's just going to get angrier. And I was like, I cannot access the UPS store QR code. I am sorry, sir, unless you restart the return. I was like, I can help walk you through how to cancel the return and then restart it. And he was like, I don't have effing time for that. And I was like, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do if you don't have time for it. And he was just like, he left. He walked out all angry and everything. And the person behind him is like, he's like, I came in once with a UPS QR code. He's like, it is frustrating, but he was like, you explained the other option quite well. And he's like, multiple times. And I was like, people get angry and they just turn off their ears. I have no control over that. They just don't want to hear a good solution. And he laughed about it, and he was like, but mine's easier. And he gave me a QR code that I could scan. So I processed it, and he asked if, and I was like, okay, and like, you know, he got a nice little coupon for it and everything. And he asked if he could process the ink there, and like, because there's a recycling, you can recycle ink there, but not at the shipping section. And I was like, well, I could help you out over by the register. So I walked over there, and someone was already waiting. So I was trying to help the lady that was there, and she needed some SodaStream replacements, but there were none underneath the desk, and I tried to get the manager's attention, and both of them were busy because there were the higher ups there, and someone was with a customer, and I tried the page, and I was like someone's name. I was like, is there any way you can get me the blue? And he took the mic off, and I'm just like, and I was like, to the customer, I was like, I am so sorry, but both managers are busy at the moment. I was like, it could be a few minutes before I can get you a replacement SodaStream. And she had 2 empty cartridges, and she was trying to buy some markers too. And she's like, this is why I never come here, because I can't get helped. And I was like, I do apologize. I was like, there's no way that I can get it out of their the lockup that they have it back there in. I was like, it's gonna need a manager, like, to, you know, or someone with keys to get this. And she's like, I'm sick of never being helped. And I was like, I'm so sorry, ma'am. And I was like, do you still want the markers? And she's like, no. She's like, I don't want any of it. And she took her 2 bottles of empty SodaStream, and she left. And that person who had saw the other thing was right behind me. Well, was right behind the lady, and he's like, damn. He's like, you're just not having a good day today. And I was like, at least I'm staying cheery. And he laughed, and he was like, do you want me to buy you a candy bar? And I was like, I was like, no, thank you. And I was like, I think I can do this. And he laughed, and he was like, I'm gonna try to be easy with you again. And I was like, I can handle this. I was like, I just can't access the SodaStream. He's like, you don't need to explain again. I heard the whole thing, and I was like, okay. So I processed his flipping ink cartridges, and then he was like, you have a better day, okay? And I was like, I'm gonna really try. But it ended up, breaking a nail and re-breaking it after breaking it, because like I got a niche of it kind of like off, and then it was like it turned into this weird kind of hook hanging off thing, and then it bent all the way back, which then hurt. That kind of really sucked. And then I was like, I ripped it off, and I threw it in the trash, and then I helped this other person with his stuff. And then someone, oh my goodness, so this other thing that happened, whenever you do the return and everything, it would not let his return process other than giving him the UPS QR code. And so we had to go through it 3 times. I mean, the first time I walked him through it. The second time I helped walk him through it, and it still gave him the QR code. And I was like, what? I was like, no, this is the actual option. This is actually, I was like, you're doing it right. You're totally doing it right. I was like, I don't know what's going on. But the third time, it only gave him a part of the label that could go into the product. It was like a return kind of thing that you put inside of it, just in case the label gets all messed up and they have to open it up and find out, what the hell it was. But that's all they gave him. And he kept trying to go back into it and see where the rest of the label was. And I was like, that's on UPS. I was like, you need to talk to somebody in UPS or maybe even Amazon support. I was like, I was like, you did everything right. I was like, it is not your fault. And he sat there and he smiled and he was like, I appreciate that. And I was like, no, I was like, it is totally fine. I was like, just weird things are happening today. I was just like, I can't tell you how many times I was holding on to something that just got thrown down to the floor. And I was like, okay, all right. I had like a stack, like maybe like 4 or 5 labels that I was like processing and moving, like, and there must be lava somewhere around that people keep ending themselves on. There's probably going to be a stack of partially something. Ooh. It must be daylight. But anyways, it was just one of those days, and I was just sitting there giggling about it, just like hardcore giggling, just sitting there to myself. I was like, is this the best you got? I was like, well, watch the house fell down, but it's like, I was like, just, knocking down my labels and being like, just like a little trickster kind of mischiever kind of thing. And I was like, okay, messing with the what is that called? The computers, messing with dude, I logged in to the register and it crashed. That happened today too. I mean, it went right back to login page. And I was like, okay, after I was just about to scan one product, it had logged me in. I was about to scan it and it just wiped. And I was just like, okay. I was like, let's try that again. So I typed in like my register name, like my register number, and then the password again, and it went down. I was like, all right, let's try this again. I was like, I'm gonna do it slow this time. And like I have it by muscle memory, and I'm just like do. And I was like, yep, that's definitely it. I clicked it, and then the password, and clicked it, and then it crashed. And I was like, okay, so it's not me. I was like, let's use the other register. So I did. I used the other register, and it went through, and I just moved the lady's stuff from one register to the other. It was yeah, it was fun. It was an interesting day today. I wouldn't say that I was challenged. It just I wasn't going to have a bad day. I had a little bit of a sad day because like I wanted those what are those things called? Those candy heart things. Can't remember what the hell those things are called. Have to look it up. Give me a second. Okay, so they're candy conversation hearts. Let me pop this up. So, those things. I wanted some of those. And I was supposed to get 2 boxes of them, and they were 46 cents each. And my, whatchamacallit, in my online order to Instacart because they were having a sale on them, and it was a few days before Valentine's Day, and I was like, yeah, I was like, I'll have one for myself, and then one I will eat like whenever I just need a pick-me-up. I like to, you know, shake the hearts and then like put them down and try to make little sentences out of them. It's, I don't know, it's fun. But yeah, used to do that when I was a kid too. Yeah, I was told that it was like what is that called? New aged to do that, but I was like, what? I was like, no, I'm trying to make a sentence. And like, if you pull them up out of the damn thing and then just set them down and then try to move them around like that, it's not fun. If you shake them up and then you just flip them all and then just pull them all from the, I don't know, I like to listen to the little sounds of them shaking. Kind of reminds me of, you know, dice. But anyways, it is 9:19 and I need to get off here so that I can take a shower. Oh, yeah, another weird thing. I tried this new hairstyle, and like, it's supposed to be all straight on one side. Hold on a second, can you see that? But anyways, hold on. So, let's see if I can get some more light on this. There. Okay, so the way it is it's kind of braided on that side, and then I just snap some of my hair. That's great. But it goes down and everything. It took me like maybe 10 minutes to do this morning. But it's turning. It's going in a weird spiral from the very end of it to... So it was like, wow, that's kind of unique. And I wasn't doing it any different than like what it said to do on the little video. But it's doing a weird spiral thing. And I was just like, I'm not doing it again. And then, like, I got ready for work and I left. You know? I waited for my ride. But, yeah. So I gotta take my hair out, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah. Anyways. I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. I'm not gonna have a ride tomorrow, which is gonna suck. Like a ride home. I'm gonna have to walk both ways. And it's gonna snow all night long. Anyways, have a good one.